Hello everybody and welcome back to the Forgotten City. Now, we were streaming this game and I got the ending that I wanted. The ending that we ended up picking was the one that got away. What we are going to be doing in this video, might take a couple of videos to do, is I'm going to be exploring every one of the other endings. So this ending is going to be the very basic ending which we can do. It requires one of two things. You need a weapon. So this will be called the Many Shall Suffer ending. And the way to do it, you either select Soldier as your background when you start the game, or you pick anyone, but you do need a weapon. And the best way to get a weapon, you need to go to the Roman Baths. We did this in the stream, and you get a bow. I'd recommend, if you want to do this ending, it's a very quick way to do the game, but select a soldier, get a gun, and you head to Sentius.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and what you're doing with that bow on your back?
I'm smiling, and we've had this conversation before.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius, and you're about to offer to take me to see Sentius so he can tell me about the Golden Rule.
Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
No problem. See you later. See, we have got a lot of options we could give him. We're not doing that yet, though. What we're doing is we're going to go to... You can zip line. He actually gave us this zip line.
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. Magistrate's orders.
No, don't worry about that. Magistrate will understand. Speak to him first.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm smiling.
A curious name, to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you?
I'm smiling, and we've had this conversation before.
We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the Golden Rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here? I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over. Is that about right? If so, what happened?
There's many things. And we've had this conversation too, and I'm in a hurry.
Seems rather brash, but all right. Why have you sought me out?
Oh, see, that's a different one. I'd like you to release Dully.
You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is a liability we simply cannot afford. Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times, sneaking around in places he should not have been.
Fair enough. We'll not do that anyway, but you'll see what was going to happen now. I better get back to
Thank
it.
you. I'll be waiting here for news. Don't be so foolish. If you kill me, we all die. Allow me to explain. When I discovered the ritual to Proserpina, the instructions came with a warning about paradoxes. The crux of it is this. If you do anything to change the course of history in such a way that your very being here is impossible, you will have created a paradox. To illustrate, when the golden rule is broken, I will open the doorway that will bring you here to prevent it from being broken. If you manage to succeed in saving our lives, then I will have no reason to open the doorway, and you will never have come here. A paradox, you see? The same thing would happen if you, say, inadvertently, allowed me to die. If I can't summon you, then you can't be here, obviously. If either of those things were to happen, I am given to understand you would be flung back to your original time, having changed the course of history for us and yourself.
So if I killed you, everyone would die and I'd return to my original timeline with no way back.
Indeed.
I may need to rethink this.
Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
And the news is... that.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
There we go. That's how you get the simple ending. The very, very bad ending. But he's not a good guy himself. Found that out in our stream when we did the other ending.
Oh. Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Alworth, to find you.
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Really? That's strange. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kinda rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina and murdered a local magistrate, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said that the voice of a furious god rang out, and the ground trembled and statues sprang to life, firing arrows at the city's inhabitants. Apparently, as the citizens screamed and died in pain, the stranger just vanished in a flash of light.
Weird. That definitely wasn't me.
I didn't for one moment think it was, but the way you say that makes me wonder. I mean, how many people with that name could there be in this place? I don't understand how you could have been here 2,000 years ago.
Okay. When I first arrived here in the present day, I found your corpse hanging from a noose.
I'm sorry, come again?
I still have the suicide note you carved into this tablet. Here.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing. But I don't understand how I could have written it.
It was written by a different version of you. I changed the past and your fate.
I'm not following.
I killed the man who opened a time portal and drew you back in time, preventing it from ever happening.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
Now you're getting it.
I guess. So what you're really saying is, you brought me back from the dead to let me die all over again. You saw the tablet. I spent a lifetime searching for a way out and never found one. I can't see how I could possibly find one now, so it seems like we're both gonna die here.
I regret nothing.
How can you say that? You murdered a man in cold blood, and now there's a city full of dead people. It's only a matter of time before we join them. I guess all those old Latin inscriptions were right. Pro peccata unius multis dolabunt. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
So that is one of the endings that you can get. That's ending 1 of 4. How many might have survived if you haven't killed Sentius in cold blood?